I was planning on telling some stories about being almost kidnapped, I think 5 times, but I got a little distracted by my own brain because I've been thinking about the Saw movies a lot lately because I want to watch them and I just haven't yet. But I think of them a lot differently now than I did when I first saw them because I was like a fucking child. It's really fucking windy out. But I feel like now as an adult, I can see them in like a different perspective. Like, yeah, it's a horror movie and people die, but he doesn't actually kill people, and that's interesting because he's giving people the choice of living or dying, and like making them see like what they really want. Like, the first girl wanted to live, obviously, because she did. She cut up her boyfriend and she lived. She wanted to die, and that's why he kidnapped her and put her there. But he made her see she wanted to live, and then she helped him do the same to other people. It's really not such a bad thing. And he didn't do it for bad reasons. I mean, it was not the best thing to do, but like, damn, it's early. It's like 7:30 in the morning. He wanted to die, and he had tried to kill himself. If you watch all the movies, he's sick and had wanted to die and like was failing at killing himself. So he was experimenting, and like, I mean, that's kind of what scientists do, but like with a law, like not law degree, with like a degree and shit. Scientists experiment on people and animals, and the government experimented on people and animals, and probably still do. So honestly, like, he's at least giving them the chance to keep living and fix their mistakes. So I don't know. I think I've been thinking about that because I've been watching that show, The Act, about that girl that like killed her mom, but she didn't kill her mom. And I don't think she should even be in jail. I think she didn't even have like the ability to know what the fuck she was doing because she didn't even know how old she was, and she wasn't allowed to walk, and it was just she was manipulated by people her whole life, not knowing anything really going on or anything actual about life. So I don't think she should be in jail. I've been watching that. I didn't get to the part where she's murdered yet, but I don't know. I've been watching a lot about it in like interviews with her, and I just don't think she should be in trouble for that. Like, yeah, her mom's dead, but also her mom was a bitch. So that's my take on that, and I don't see how the guy from Saw, pretty sure his real name in the movie was John, but I could be completely wrong. Yeah, he kidnapped people, but like, he didn't actually really murder people. He just put them in situations where they could die or they could live. But I've had the urge to watch all of them again and get like a fresh view of them now that I'm like 10 years older. Because I saw them all in the theater, so I was pretty young when I watched them, which is not a surprise because I always watched horror movies as a kid, and like Chucky and Friday the 13th, those are all good ones. Yeah, that's just my short little take on that, because I've been thinking about movies a lot lately. I need to find a lot of activities to do, but also I haven't watched horror movies in a long time. What was the last one I watched? I think I watched like Cloverfield or something like that, but that was boring. They killed him with acid and they were fine and it was whatever. That wasn't much of a horror movie. That was more like suspenseful and weird, but I don't know. I saw a video about like the top 10 horror movies people couldn't sit through, and I kind of want to see how far I can get through all of them, because I can stomach a lot. There's one about like cannibalism and like people getting ripped open and all this crazy stuff, and I'm trying not to swear so much in the rest of this video, but I don't know, I just don't see all of that as like, whoa, that's crazy, I'm gonna throw up. That's just like, oh, okay, this is a movie. Like, there's one that, I don't remember the name of it, and I'm gonna have to look it up because I do really want to watch it, but there's one that they actually had to go to court and prove that the actors were still alive because it was so realistic. And people thought that, like, it was just a documentary and the people actually died and got eaten and killed. So they had to go prove that everybody was still alive. And I kind of want to watch that. Apparently it's supposed to be really hard to get through, and people make it like half an hour through and they're done. But I'm not most people, and I'm really weird, and I want to watch it. And I'm gonna figure it out. Figure out the name of that movie. And I watch them alone at night because nobody else will watch these things with me. But I don't only watch these kinds of movies because I'm also obsessed with superhero movies like Infinity Wars and all of the Spider-Man movies except for like Homecoming. I didn't like that as much, but that's more because I didn't like the actor, I think. I like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man the best. He did a really good job with it, and I think that it was great. I don't know, I've seen a lot of movies. I'm not super picky, but I'm also not the type of girl that'll sit there and watch a lot of, like, crappy romance movies, because they're boring. I've seen a couple, but they don't appeal to me too much. Yeah, I keep picking at my lip ring, and I just flashed my bad tooth, but whatever. I'm still in my pajamas. It's 7:30 in the morning, and I kind of just wanted to talk about something and not go home yet. And that was on my mind for a while. It's all these movies because I need somebody to watch movies with. I have nobody to watch movies with. And watching them alone is fine, but like, I want company too. Cuddle in a bed and watch horror movies. The Exorcist was crazy. I don't know how I feel about all that stuff being real because there's a lot of Exorcist movies about possession, but also they always bring up like, oh well, you know, a lot of mental health problems here, so you know, could be anything going on. And then they die and you never really know what's up. But they usually die because they're also not eating either. Like, they stab themselves and they hurt themselves and they're freaking crazy and they stop eating, or they eat like a dead bird or something. I don't know. It just crazy movies. But if anybody wants to watch a movie with me, let me know, because I'm bored of watching them alone. Also, I need movie suggestions. Movie suggestions and TV show suggestions on Netflix or Hulu. I don't have cable. I watched The Umbrella Academy because I was curious, and it was kind of cheesy, but also really cool. And I know there's a season 2 coming out that I'm excited for. It was all superhero-y, but like really cool because you didn't think she was gonna have superpowers, and then she was like the best one of all of them, but also went fucking crazy on them, and it was really cool. And I'm spoiling it if anybody's gonna watch it. Sorry, but it's kind of worth watching, I think. if you're into superhero comic booky kind of movies. I'm gonna stop ranting now and drink my coffee and I guess wait to be texted and wait for my kids to wake up. I'm sorry if you can hear the sirens. This town is full of crime. Also, how do I change my name and like start living a different life somewhere else? Because I'm tired of where I am right now. This place is awful. People, I caught two, well, I didn't catch, but like I witnessed two people get caught stealing from stores yesterday and try to get away with it. There's always like people overdosing on drugs. It's crappy place. Anyway, I didn't really have anything to talk about, but I don't want to like just stop putting videos up all of a sudden again. Because there's at least one person that watches them. And that's important. Thank you.